Once upon a time, there dwelled a humble servant named Ali, born to a family of farmers in a distant village. Ali's fate seemed destined for the simple life of tilling soil and harvesting crops. However, fate had other plans in store for him. From a young age, Ali displayed a remarkable sense of diligence and compassion, traits that would shape his destiny in ways he could never have imagined. As Ali grew older, his reputation for hard work and kindness spread far and wide, reaching even the royal palace of the kingdom's ruler, Prince Ahmed. Prince Ahmed, despite his royal lineage, was not honored for his kindness or wisdom. Instead, he was feared and despised by his subjects for his cruelty and selfishness. Tales of his tyrannical rule echoed through the streets, striking fear into the hearts of all who dared to cross his path. Yet, amidst the darkness that clouded the kingdom, there shone a glimmer of hope in the form of Ali. When Ali was summoned to serve in the palace as a humble servant, new role with modesty, despite the harsh conditions and the demanding nature of his duties, Ali remained steadfast in his resolve to serve with integrity and compassion. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Ali's unwavering dedication did not go unnoticed. He toiled tirelessly, carrying out his tasks with meticulous care and attention to detail. Whether it was polishing the prince's ornate armor or preparing his lavish feast, Ali performed his duties with the same level of diligence and devotion, regardless of the task at hand. As Ali's reputation for excellence spread throughout the palace, he began to earn the respect and admiration of his fellow servants. They marveled at his tireless work ethic and unwavering commitment to his principles. Despite the oppressive atmosphere created by Prince Ahmed's rule, Ali's presence brought a sense of warmth and humility to the palace halls. But amidst the facade of luxury, a shadow loomed over the kingdom. A terrible drought descended upon the land, plunging the once thriving kingdom into despair. Crops withered in the fields, rivers ran dry, and famine gripped the hearts of the people. As the kingdom teetered on the brink of collapse, its citizens turned to Prince Ahmed for his guidance and assistance. However, instead of offering aid to his suffering subjects, Prince Ahmed chose to hoard what little resources remained for himself. He turned a blind eye to the cries of the hungry and the destitute, retreating further into his palace walls, consumed by his own greed and self-interest. The people's plea fell on deaf ears as Prince Ahmed revealed in his power, indifferent to the suffering of those he was sworn to protect. It was in the midst of all this turmoil that Ali's true character shone brightest. Unable to turn a blind eye to the suffering around him, he embarked on a secret mission to aid those in need. Under the cover of darkness, Ali ventured into the poor villages that lay beyond the palace gate, bearing food and water for the hungry and the thirsty. Despite the risks involved, Ali's compassion knew no bounds. He braved the dangers of the night, crossing the dangerous ground and evading the watchful eyes of the suffering of his fellow citizens. Each night, he returned to the palace with a heavy heart, haunted by the faces of those he had left behind, yet undeterred in his mission to bring hope to the hopeless. But even the most well-kept secrets are not immune to discovery. It was only a matter of time before Prince Ame became aware of Ali's secret activities. Enraged by Ali's resistance, he summoned him to his chambers to answer for his actions. As Ali stood before the prince, he knew that his fate hung in a balance. Yet he remained steadfast in his conviction to do what was right. Prince Ame's fury knew no bounds as he condemned Ali for his betrayal. In a fit of rage, he ordered Ali to be thrown into the darkest depths of the palace dungeon, where he would languish in darkness for the rest of his days. And so, Ali's fate seemed sealed, his light extinguished by the darkness of tyranny and oppression. But the story of Ali and the wicked prince was far from over. Little did Prince Ame know that his actions had ignited a spark within the hearts of the people, a spark that would soon erupt into a blazing inferno of revolution and change. For far beyond the palace walls, the people had grown weary of living under the shadow of fear and oppression. Inspired by Ali's courage and selflessness, they rose up against their tyrannical ruler, rallying behind the banner of justice and freedom. With each passing day, their numbers swelled until they stood united as one against the forces of darkness that sought to keep them bound in chains. Caught off guard by the sudden uprising, Prince Ame found himself facing a force more powerful than any army he could muster. As the palace gates were breached and the people stormed the halls, Prince Ame realized his reign of terror was at an end. In a desperate bid to save himself, he fled into the night, disappearing into the darkness from which he emerged. And so, the kingdom was liberated from the grip of tyranny, its people free to forge their own destiny once more. As for Ali, he was emerged from his imprisonment not as a broken man, but as a symbol of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Honored by the people for his bravery and sacrifice, he became a living legend. His name whispered in awe and reverence by generations to come. From that day forward, the tale of Ali, the servant, and the wicked prince served as a reminder to all who heard it that true strength lies not in the wielding of power, but in the courage to stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming odds. And though the kingdom would face many trials in the years to come, the spirit of Ali lived on in the hearts of his people, a beacon of hope shining brightly in even the darkest moments. The moral lesson of this story is that kindness and compassion can overcome cruelty and oppression. Ali's act of empathy inspired a revolt against the wicked prince, showing that standing up for what is right can lead to positive change. This tale underscores the importance of empathy, courage, and fighting against injustice for the betterment of the society. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop your comment if you haven't done so. Thank you. See you in my next story. Bye.